In this video, we are looking at introduction to the unit circle. And here we are told, let theta be an angle in starter position and let xy be the point where the terminal side of theta intersects the circle. X squared is equals to x squared, y squared is equals to r squared. So that's the equation of the circle right there. So we have a circle here with radius r. So let's make a diagram here. So we make a diagram. I want to use a pen, a marker. Okay, so here I make a circle. Let's make a circle. Try to make a, so that's not very a nice circle. Okay, that's better. So here, that's the terminal side. So this is theta, and this is the point x, y, and initial side, the x-axis. And what I'm going to do is to make a triangle. Let's make a triangle here. This is x, and this is y, and this is the radius. So I want to get the 6 trigonometric ratios. So sine of theta is opposite over adjacent. Then we do cosine of theta, that's adjacent over hypotenuse, which is the radius. And then we do tan of theta is equals to y over x. Let's now go to the trigonometric, the reciprocal functions. So I'll just do it here by the side. Sine goes with cosecant. Cosecant of theta is going to be r over y. Secant of theta is going to be r over x. And then cotangent of theta is x over y. And those are the general trigonometric functions which we got by drawing the circle and finding the trig ratios. Okay, let's move on. Now let's talk about a unit circle. Remember, if you look at this equation here now, the circle x squared plus y squared is equals to r squared is equals to 1 squared. You can see instead of r squared, so we have 1. So that means the radius of this circle is 1. So a circle x squared plus y squared is equals to 1, which has a center 0, 0, and radius 1 is called the unit circle. Let's sketch here. Okay, so this now is a unit circle. And I'm going to draw the same kind of triangle I had on the previous page. So this is theta. So this is x, y. So this point here is 1. So the radius now is known. It's just 1. So I'm going to make another triangle. So here, that's a triangle. So this is x. This is y. So let's get the coordinates. Since this is 1, so this is coordinate 1, 0, and this is 0, 1, and this is negative 1, 0, since the radius is 1, and 0, negative 1. Okay, now let's go ahead and get all the trig ratios. So we start with sine. Let me use a different pen to make it stand out. So sine of theta is equals to y, opposite of hypotenuse, so which is y. Cosine of theta is equals to adjacent of hypotenuse, x over 1, so x. Tan of theta is equals to y over x. And then let's do the reciprocal functions. So we do cosecant of theta is equals to 1 over y. Secant of theta is equals to 1 over x. And cotangent of theta is equals to x over y. So how is this useful? This is useful because if I know the sine of theta is y and theta can be any angle in standard position, then I can be using this. If I know the coordinates, I can be able to tell what the cosine of the angle is. So let's do an example here. Use the unit circle to evaluate the 6 trig functions of 450. So let me show you how we can use the unit circle now to find ratios without having to use a calculator. So this is the unit circle, and 450 is going to be, if I subtract 360, that's going to be the same as 90 degrees. So the angle we are looking at for is a 90 degree angle. So remember, this is 1, 0. So this is 1, 0. This is negative. This is 0, negative 1. And this is negative 1, 0. Oh, because we know the radius of the circle is 1. And this is 0, 1. So we are interested with that because the angle we are looking for is this angle. So now let's find the ratios. So what are the ratios going to be? So we start with sine of theta is equals to, remember sine is represented by which coordinate? The y. So it's 1. And actually here, I shouldn't say theta because I know what angle I'm looking for. 450 degrees, which is the same as 90 degrees, is equals to 1. And now I can go to the next one. Cosine of 450 is equals to 0 because cosine is represented by the y value. Remember here we have x, y. So this is cosine and this represents sine. So that's what you need to remember. Okay, then we do tan of 450. Remember, tan is given by, I'm going to write it here. So remember, tan of theta, any angle, is given by y over x. So what is y? Y is 1. So 1 over 0, which is undefined. Now let's go to the reciprocal functions. So we got the 3, but we need the 6 trig functions. So we go do the others here. So we do cosecant of 450. Cosecant of 450 is equals to 1 over 1, which is 1. Then we do secant of 450, which is going to be 1 over 0. So again, that one is going to be undefined. And then we do the next one, which is cotangent of 450. and 50. And what do we get? So we flip this one, 0 over 1, which is 0. So that's how we can get the trigonometric functions of 450. So the unit circle is used to get the trig ratios of some arcs in a triangle, and that is 30. So arcs in the multiples of 30 and 45, and also the quadrantal arcs like you're going to see in the next lesson.